What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Salter. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Back to pass. Looking to buy time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a wide open space. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Salter. Here he goes breaking the pocket. All kinds of time before he fires right. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. And you saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Baxter. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the catch. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. After the catch, it'll be 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Leaves it with the back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Salter. On the run, fires downfield. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Baxter. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the catch. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's McCutcheon. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on 3rd down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the push pass. But I love the defense. Understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get the TFL now setting up 4th down.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. We'll send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Hayden. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Salter. Makes the catch, it's Miller. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Takes it on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he wants it all. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Manning. On the run, still looking. Makes the grab. It's Washington. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Wingo. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
A nice job on second down, maybe expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Here's a timeout on the... Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice job by the QB QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find...
Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. And the gamble works in their favor.
Good call.
As they pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Scanning the field, it's Salter. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's going to let it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's taking the shot. Makes a grab down the middle. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the beatdown has ensued.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Coleman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 9 to Louisiana Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw. It's Salter. Scrambling away. Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He was looking for running room, and they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the run, it's Baxter. There he goes. They get him down with this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. To throw, it's Manning. The screen, and watch out. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Buffaloes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Set to kick this one away. Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some run.
They stripped it out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Takes the handoff. It's Price. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw, it's Salter. Complete downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure.
Oh, a lot of space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing.
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. That one comes out hot down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Manning. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Looking to get it in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the pummeling has started.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for space. It's Baxter. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Texas, 38. Colorado, 13.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Gets open down the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. Texas fight and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Lots of running room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayden. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Salter. And wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
But when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking to the big tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen.
Kearney on the Jets. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to pound it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Colorado 13. Texas.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Salter. That's caught. It's Miller. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking downfield on first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna look downfield again. And they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here lately.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. And the Buffaloes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Pulls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Colorado.
One more play to pad the stats. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the extra point was good.
That makes the score Texas 52.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And after after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Manning. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.